All right, howdy, folks. I'm back. I said I'd be back, and here I am. All right, so a lot of devastation going on here. First of all, I want to back out of this a little bit. This is the Win TV channel, WIN TV channel. They produce a lot of good stuff and a lot of disasters that are going on around the world that the mainstream media is not covering. So instead of giving me a like, come over to Win TV and give them a like, okay? Because they produce a lot of stuff that we show here on this, and I want to give them credit for this. All right. Now let's get on with our solar report. All right. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Hope everybody's hanging in there, doing their Christmas shopping and your cards and all that great stuff, getting holiday stressors taken care of early so they don't stress you out the whole time. I found procrastinating and waiting until the last minute just makes it worse. Anyways, so here we are at December 7th, 2023. Where's my pointer? There we go. December 7th, 2023. And you can see with this opening frame here, or not opening frame, but pretty close, we have this little object over here with its magnetic field, and we're just going to go ahead and zoom into it over here while we got it. Okay, and there's your object here. You can see the V-shaped little tail on it here, the magnetic field going around it, the instrumentation reacting to it, the CME that it induced. All right, so there's our object in this CME right there. Okay, well, we got it there. Now let me back out here and just start the loop for you. All right, and let that loop play for a minute, and you can see that there was quite some activity going on the sun today. All right, even though a lot of people reported moderate activity, that does not look very moderate. Okay, so it's less than yesterday, but there's still quite a bit of stuff going on here. That one looked like a full halo CME that'll be heading our way. Coming up right there. See that one? That was a full halo CME, and that was the sigmoid that erupted off the sun, and we'll cover that tonight as well. All right, let me get to the first frame here, and we'll start marching through this frame by frame here. All right. So opening frame right here, 024 with our little object captured there. All right, now as I put this into motion, or the next frame here, boom, you can see it moving out of frame there. Here it actually captured the spheroid pretty good. Let me just zoom in real quick here for you. You can see our round black spheroid right here. Let me go a little tighter. All right, and you can see the plasma draping around the back side of it right here. Here's the little plasma tail kind of pinching off. All right, so there's your object that caused that one right there. All right, now let's continue. As that one moves out of frame, we got this next one coming off the top right here. And let me just kind of get a little bit more of it for you. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. All right, see, we had this spire. Let me back up a frame here or two. See how we had this long spire coming out of here, and I talk about how that usually points to an inbound thing. So here we go, coming off of that spire. And this is an odd looking one. Not quite sure what's really going on in that one. You can come over here and look at it too and decipher what you think. Here's another one coming off this side, all right? So boom, we've had 3 already. Here comes a 4th. Ooh. Where was that one frame? Oh, maybe not. All right, well, you can see this one moving out. Oh, here it is right there. Doesn't this look like a little lion's face with an eye, the nose, and the mouth down here? Kind of just looks like a lion face coming out of the... I don't know. I use my imagination a lot, but odd kind of structure right there. Looking like a lion face here. Let's brighten it up. You can even see the little black nostrils in it. Anyway, so that's our event on that side. All right, as it moves out of frame, notice how this stream is coming out and is bent, going around it, indicating it's bending over this magnetic field, draping over it. You can see something trying to sneak out over here too. Boom. Then we have our full halo. The instrument doesn't show a full halo, but when you go back, you can see it faintly over on this side here. Let me get a little bit better for the viewing. All right, let me get this just right and get... Hopefully you saw that. It was a full halo CME. Pretty faint right around in here, but you can still see it. Okay, so that'd be like the 5th CME. And here you can make out the circular object right there. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Pretty easy to see right there. Okay. Possibly another one down here. So multiple ones that probably caused this wide scattered blast right there. Yeah, it looks to me be one up in there somewhere. Even something kind of sneaking out the back here. All right, anyways, there's that. Let me rezoom back out and rezoom going forward. So there goes that those objects and that big CME. And then another one. Look at over on the red side how it takes the plasma out with it. All right, and this plasma is still all glowing white hot right there. Let me just kind of show you this. Okay, you can see how it's still glowing white hot right there. That one looks to be coming in our direction a little bit too. All right, maybe out in front of us, but it could give us a glancing blow. Try and get both right in there. Let me back up a little bit right here through this event so you can see it on both sides here. And right here, you can actually make out the little round object with flames coming off of it. This is a pretty cool shot. Let me see if I can get this one for you real good. Yeah. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Let's see if we can even go closer in on it. All right, so you can see the object, round spheroid object, got plasma on the front side of it here, draping back behind it like this. The magnetic field around it is the plasma, draping around it. So it looks to have, the tail has crossed and gone this side, and this tail has crossed and gone that way. See that? There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. Right there. Get some wavy lines out of there. All right, there's a shot of your fireball right there. This little spheroid object draped in plasma. Okay, it's a pretty cool shot of it right there. All right, so hopefully you all see that. It's not too hard to miss. All right, and that was the final CME of the day. And you can see how it took a lot of that plasma white hot and stretched it way out there. Okay, so let me put this back into motion, and yeah, that's good enough. Pull it over, pull this back there. That's the problem. Okay, so there's your December 7th right there. Quite a bit of activity, I would say. All right, then let's come on over here to the solar ham and zoom in on our GOES X-ray flux. Okay, here's our box for today. You can see, boom, boom, little ones here, little mound there, but boom, boom, boom. All right, so there's our activity for today. And then going into tomorrow, we've already had one. So should we go back and take a peek at that? Do you guys want to? And see the future? Let's go see the future. And let me just make sure, refresh that so we get every last frame. And we got 11 frames, but here we go with another event down here in this quadrant. That's out in front. It's kind of coming our direction. The Earth rotates this way around the sun, so it would be kind of right out in front and probably down below us a little bit there. So there's a little sneak peek already at the 8th. Okay, so starting off the 8th with a big event already. Okay, so there's this event we just looked at, a little sneak peek at tomorrow right there. Okay, now let me back out a little bit so we can use the instrument. 40% flare, M flare potential, 99% C, and 5% X flare potential. We still have our 2 M flares that are sitting up there. This region, the 3513, has gone off again. All right. Let me just read this. Another day. There we go. Another day, another large prominence lifting off the sun. The event below was observed on the southwest limb beginning at 1930 on December 7th. Any associated CME will be directed away from our planet. I disagree. I strongly disagree. It says click here for a movie. The solar activity so far on Thursday is quieter. Oh, this one. Okay, this isn't the one I'm thinking of. This one, yeah, might be directed away. Sorry. Solar activity so far on Thursday is quieter levels as compared to yesterday. All right, much of this activity was centered around both AR 3511 and AR 3513. Okay, isolated M flares. Look at the size of this prominence that lifted off of there. Let's go ahead and click on that real quick. Give you an idea how big that sucker was. All right, let me back out of this. All right. Okay, let's slide it over, open up the tracker. Now, let's see if they show 5 different blasts or just one. Yeah, see, they show one coming off the backside here, all right? Making you kind of think that we don't have anything Earth directed, all right? So I want you to take note of this real quick, because when we go to another article here in a second, you're going to... All right, so good. That shows one of them going away from us. That's awesome, all right? Now, there were multiple that we saw today, all right? So this is just showing, they just picked out one that's going away from us, all right? So that's fine. It is what it is. They're showing one heading away from us, okay? Now, we already know that there was more than one. Now, I want to come up here. Our KP index, you see how it would drop back way down low, quiet activity. It's starting to come back up. It's starting to ramp back up just a little bit. We had some pretty decent size auroras today, but nothing in the yellow range. Okay? But we still are absorbing energy. All right? It was a pretty thick green band on this side a little while ago. All right? But we still are taking on a little bit of energy, not too much. You can tell that it's mild, very light. All right. Um, what else here? Yeah, all right. That's all we covered on that one. Now let's come over here. This is the article I wanted to talk about. If they'll give it to us. All right. A CME heading for Mars. All right. Earlier today, a full halo CME left the sun. Analysts believe it will miss Earth. Instead, it's heading for Mars. NASA models suggest a direct hit on December 11th. The impact will probably spark ultraviolet auroras and erode small amounts of the red planet's atmosphere. A sigmoid eruption on the sun. When you see an S on the sun, it usually means something is about to explode. NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory recorded this classic example of a sigmoid eruption on December 6th. Sigmoid eruption. We're going to click on this, please. Come on, Lord, let me have this. I want the bigger picture. All right, it's taking a second to load up. Why will this not just pop open? Frustrating sometimes having old equipment. I can't even open the link. Come on, you turkey. And that's not what I wanted. Bear with me while we wait for this thing. This is not... I wanted the bigger image of that S-shaped eruption for you folks so you could... Come on, computer, what's going on? Bear with me here. Come on. Oh, great. Anyways, that sigmoid eruption that you were looking at was Earth facing. It was facing right at us. That was that full halo CME that you saw, was that sigmoid eruption erupting right at us. And why is this thing jammed up now? So frustrating. These sites, you try to click on a link and it sends you to some other article. It's not even what I clicked on. And now it's jammed up my computer and I cannot finish this report. And this is very, very frustrating when I go through a lot of time and energy to get this all lined up for you. And why won't this close out? Lord, please help me with this computer. Can you unclog this mess? All right. Thank you, Lord. All right. I'll never click on that again. So I still need that site for the article, though. We weren't finished talking about it. Or maybe we were, since my computer won't even let me open a new page. I was trying to get back to this one. No. That's the wrong one. My bad. This is what happens when I get frustrated. I kind of lose focus for a minute. All right. I am trying to get back to spaceweather.com. Enter. Thank you for hanging in there. Sorry about the delay here. Never buy a Lenovo. These computers are terrible. They absolutely jam up, don't work. They take forever to click on one link. You try to switch from one page to another and the thing jams up. I would never suggest a Lenovo. Please, Lord, can we have this thing open up the space weather, please? You know what? Forget the point I was trying to make. Let's just move on to something else. Come on. We have earthquake report to do. We have weather report to do. Come on, computer. Well, as we sit here, we had pressure starting to build again from underneath. We've had some more activity. We had a 7.1 quake today that I would love to get to. X out of this thing, dude. X out of that page. Dang. All right, let's see if I could get lucky and maybe get the earthquake report up. Please, Lord, USGS, can we have that one? Wow. Well, oh, now you decide to work. Thank you, Lord. Now, can we have the thing actually work? I would like to be able to zoom in on it, use the bars, use all the kind of stuff that we need to. Wow. Come on. Dang. All right. Before I pull my hair out. So, no deep quakes around our region today, but we did have our big 7.1. I would love to get to this before my computer freezes up and jams again. Can we have the 7.1, Lord? All right. 7.1 here in Vanuatu. This is the beginning of our system. This is the opening door right here. It's just inside the door going into the system here. And we've had a 7.1. There was a little tsunami alert on it. No tsunami. There has just been a recent aftershock, a 5.6 at a depth of 46.2. So this region is now a new weak spot. Okay, that's starting to release energy right at the opening door of the system, all right? I swear to God. Look, close this out. Close something else out, dude. There's something else on my computer that's jamming this up. Anyways, we got this one right here. We got another one right here. If I could have my mouse. Oh, you're thinking about it. You're going to think about letting me see it. Come on. All right. Possibly. Yeah. Oh, as we wait here, you can see that this energy oh, there we go. Finally. This energy has finally made a weak spot here, and now we have a new event center to watch. All right, now as my screen continues to just, Lord, can we please have control of this computer back? Thank you. For the rest of the show, please. I don't want any more jam ups, no more anything. Now, a 5.8. This is a significant quake too. This is almost a 6. You know how they downgrade all this, all right? So this is more likely a 6, especially when we have this 7.1 just downstream from it. Okay, this energy that's creeping up here has jumped in magnitude. Okay, it went from mid-range 4 to 5s. Now we're up to high 5s and 6s and 7s. This is a 4.6 right there. Come on, NSA, FBI, everybody get in my computer. Hurry up. Get on board here so I can use my computer. All right. I guess my frustration level has jammed up my computer here. Oh. close out that. Zoom out one click. Thank you. Pull over a little bit. Thank you. I would love to zoom in on this area. Do I dare, or is it going to jam up my computer? Finally, right here, we have a 5.0. We also have 4.6, 4.9, 4.5, and then on the other plate, a 4.9. So we've had a 5.0 and basically another 5.0 on this side of the plate with a bunch of mid-range 4s right there. You see how the activity has diminished. It's diminished in intensity and frequency. Okay. We had a little quake down here, a little south of it, this 4.5 in Indonesia here. For the love of God, what is... Now, I would love to come up to this quake and report on a 5.1 here in China. This is right by Beijing, okay? Don't be surprised if Beijing starts to see a lot more quakes and bigger magnitudes now. They're on a spiritual S list, and I wouldn't be surprised if this place just starts erupting with volcanoes, earthquakes, and burns down. And on this side, we have a 4.7. So you can see now that this area isn't relieving all the pressure. It's now drifting north, right? We have a bunch of volcanic activity here on Japan, so we haven't seen many quakes around it. We have a bunch of volcanic activity up here on the Kamchatka Peninsula, and we haven't seen very much earthquakes around it, okay, because the volcanoes are releasing the stress, and where there's no volcano activity, the earthquakes are relieving the stress. Now, as we come over here to this focal point over here, instead of being on the outside of it, it's inside the focal point, the fulcrum point, and we've been at this area a lot recently, mainly in this little bed area right here. And these little rippled mountains. Would love to zoom in, just one. Come on, computer. These little rippled mountains, they're all compression effect from this plate pushing up against this, all right? And this is where we saw some other quakes, it was in this zone, and this is our new quake here of 4.2. So we're having that energy, mid-range 4, creep up this area. It set off a quake inside the fulcrum point instead of outside of it. What is everybody on this site or something tonight and it's not functioning right or what? Okay. Over here, this spot off of Somalia, there's a 5.1 here, and then they had an aftershock of 4.7. This area has been active a lot lately too. It's a new little weak spot, and here we go again with the 5.1 and the 4.7, that energy that's coming through the area. Notice how naked it is through the rest of the chain. Here in Europe, there's nothing. Here, there's nothing. So they're either going to continue to have volcanic activity in here, or they're about to have a magnitude 5 probably creep into this area. Okay, and it could be a lot more with this 7.1 that went off down here. This 7.1 usually at a depth of like 48 there would send that kind of energy up, surface energy up this way through the chain and stuff. But it seems to be its own little spot and releasing energy just here. So it really didn't magnify the magnitudes of these. And that 5 energy, pushed through this region, came over here, shifted these plates, and landed there. We also had one down here at our 3-way junction, a 5.2. So that 5 energy around again. Here's another one at the 3-way junction, a 4.9, might as well be a 5. Okay, so that medium range 5 energy all through the system right here. On this side, we had a 5.3. This is the other side of Fiji here, sorry. 5.2, and this one in the middle was a 4.9. So basically 5s right down through here as well. This latest quake is a 5.6 that just hit Vanuatu again. All right, so Vanuatu waking up again here with a new quake at a 5.6 right there. All right. Let's see. Coming over here to our Cocos plate where we had this 5.8 here in Mexico. A lot of people talking today 6.0. I think that's what originally came in at. So 5.8 to 6.0 here in this region. All right. That's a little stronger than it was expected. So some of this energy has either pushed across this way. It doesn't look like it's made it over because it would have dropped something off right around here in that region or that magnitude up here first. So it looks like it is pushed just straight across and dumped off a 6 over here in Mexico as well. All right, so there's your kind of earthquake report. Watch out, China. You are in big trouble. All right, and this is just the first earthquake, 5.1. All right, there might have a little new weak spot. Earthquake swarm could break out there. Okay, let's move on. Oh, now I wanted to talk about, since we had these earthquakes, I would love if it would pull this up. Camera, please. Anything? So frustrating. Okay. Thank you, Lord. What I wanted to point out here is Mr. MBB channel over here. Could I have it full? You know, I'm just asking for too much full screen. Anyways, you can see this big fissure in the ground. Or maybe you can't. What? Anyways, there was a big fissure in the ground right there, and that was right next to the 7.6 that went off there in Malaysia, or not Malaysia, in the Philippines there. Come on, you can do it. This has been the most frustrating stream I have ever done. And next time, I will just shut down the computer, reboot it, open up one page at a time so we don't have to go through this living nightmare. Since you're not going to reload it, just X out of it. I don't need to use it anyways. You guys got to see that little rip in the ground. You can go over to Mr. MBB's channel and see it. And, come on, close out. Yeah, this makes for a great show. X out of this thing. Can I have a different page? So we don't have to sit here and look at blackness? Alright, well, there. Oh, maybe not. Here, let's report on this now. New earthquake right here. Yeah, right in the middle of a white screen. Up here, it looks like in Oregon somewhere. Kind of hard to tell. I'd love to click on it and find out. Oh, Stanley, Idaho. Okay, there we go. So Stanley, Idaho just had a 3.1. All right, let's say goodbye to the earthquake report. Let's say goodbye to a lot of this. Let's just get right here to the weather. Can we have a different... No, can't have a different page. Please, Lord. Open up another page, please, on this. Please, open up another page, please. Can we get this to open up? This is like the most important part of the show here, so hang in there for another 15 minutes while my computer opens up one page. Seriously, are you kidding me? Alright, well, maybe I'll just shut this down and I'll turn off my computer, reboot it, and I'll come back in like half an hour when we can actually do a report. So I'm so frustrated now, I have to go have a cigarette and do some praying because I had this all set up for a nice, pretty light show. And I'll be back in a little while. See you. Forgive me, I can't do this when I'm frustrated, so